Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing about banking and finance for the Feb month. Let's start. First question is, which of the following points are correct with respect to the recent steps taken by RBI in Jan 2024? If we look at the options, option A and option B are right here, C is wrong. A is saying that RBI has revised the eligibility norms for the inclusion of urban cooperative banks in the second schedule to the Reserve Bank of India Act of 1934. So absolutely right. Second is, RBI allowed tariff rate quota holders to make advance payment for gold import via India International Bullion Exchange IFSC limit. So absolutely right. Third is saying that RBI directed Fino Payments Bank to stop onboarding of the new customers with immediate effects. Is it Fino Payment Banks? No, it is Paytm Payments Bank. Right? Next. IRDAI, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, has issued guidelines mandating general and health insurance companies to cover Ayurveda, Yoga and Neuropathy, Unani, Siddha, Rova, Rigpa and Homeopathy, that is Ayush treatments in their health insurance policies with effect from 1st of April. That means all the insurance companies has to include the Ayush related treatments in their health insurance policies from 1st of April. Next, UPI was formally launched dash in dash city. So UPI in Feb month was formally launched in Paris, France, and we will be seeing that Olympic Games will be there in Paris, France this year in 2024. Next, Name the small finance bank that has recently announced bancassurance partnership with LDV's Tokyo Life Insurance Company Limited to offer life insurance products. It is ESAF Small Finance Bank. What is bancassurance? When a bank and an insurance company comes together, right? Here the insurance company sells their insurance product to the customers of the bank. Correct? Insurance company is your here LDV's Tokyo Life Insurance Company, and bank here is ESAF Small Finance Bank. Next, name the bank that has recently received 9,013.72 crore rupees from the Ministry of External Affairs after the bank invoked Government of India guarantees on decade-old loans extended to some African countries. It is which bank? It is Exim Bank, that is Export and Import Bank of India, right? So Exim Bank, they received 9,013.72 crore rupees from the Ministry of External Affairs after the bank invoked the Government of India guarantees on decade-old loans extended to the African countries, right? And these loans were classified as doubtful debts in the financial year 23-24. Next, which bank has recently launched National Common Mobility Card integrated debit cards? So which bank has recently launched National Common Mobility Card integrated debit card? It is Federal Bank. It is Federal Bank has launched National Common Mobility Card, that is NCMC integrated debit card, which will enable its RuPay debit card holders to use their debit cards for offline payments at NCMC enabled terminals at the metro stations. Next, name the bank that has recently collaborated with the Flywire Corporation to simplify cross-border education payments for Indian students pursuing studies abroad. It is State Bank of India, SBI. Right? SBI has recently collaborated with Flywire Corporation to simplify cross-border education payments for Indian students pursuing studies abroad. The facility is available only to local currency account holders of the SBI in India. Next, name the individual life insurance plan that was recently launched by the Life Insurance Corporation of India. It is LIC Index Plus. Right? LIC Index Plus is the life insurance plan that was launched by LIC recently. The plan offers a combination of life insurance coverage and saving throughout the policy's duration, and this plan will be available for purchase from 6th of Feb 2024. Next, which of the following fintech startup or software as a service provider were recently received RBI approval to act as a payment aggregator? So, which of the following received the approval from RBI to act as a payment aggregator? So, all three of them: JustPay Technologies Private Limited, TechFin Tech Private Limited, and Zoho Payment Technologies Limited. All three of them will be acting as a payment aggregator, and they got the approval from RBI. Next, which company has recently received the approval from the RBI to set up wholly owned subsidiary in the International Financial Service Center situated in GIFT City? It is IREDA, Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited. Right? They received the approval from RBI to set up their wholly owned subsidiary in IFSC, that is situated in Gandhinagar, GIFT City. This new subsidiary will serve as an offshore platform for securing competitive funding to push the growth of the renewable energy sector. Name the bank that has recently raised $300 million through its first ever sustainable finance bond issuance. Which is that bank? It is HDFC Bank. Right? They have recently raised $300 million through their first ever sustainable finance bond issuance. Right? And the worth is $300 million. And in addition to this $300 million bond, it also raised $450 million through senior unsecured 5-year dollar bond with an interest rate of 5.18%. And here for this amount percent 5.18 is for $450 million, and for $300 million the interest rate is 5.196%. And here the maturity period is 3 years. Here the maturity period is 5 years. Next, which bank has recently signed an MOU with WDRA, that is Warehousing Development Regulatory Authority, to facilitate low interest rate loans to farmers and traders? It is Punjab and Sindh Bank. Right? WDRA, they signed an MOU with Punjab and Sindh Bank to facilitate low interest rate loans to farmers and traders. Next, name the bank that has recently partnered with Remit to enable cross-border transactions for MSMEs. So, which is that bank that has partnered with Remit to enable cross-border transaction for MSMEs? Which is it? It is Yes Bank, right? Next, which company has recently partnered with Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation to offer financial support and technological resources to fast growing climate technology firm? It is GCP, that is your Google Cloud platform. Correct? So, Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, that is HSBC, they have partnered with GCP, right? And it is to offer financial support and technological resources in the fast growing climate technology firm. And HSBC here will be funding $1 billion to climate tech companies that will be selected by Google through their Google Cloud Ready sustainability program by 2030. Next, which company has recently received regulatory approval from Securities and Exchange Board of India for their inaugural Category 2 Alternative Investment Fund? So it is Shivalik Group, right? Ahmedabad, Gujarat-based real estate developer Shivalik Group has received regulatory approval from SEBI for their inaugural fund, that is Shivalik Investment Fund, as a Category 2 Alternative Investment Fund. And here this fund aims to raise 300 crore rupees through their private placement, including 150 crore rupees green shoe option. And here the fund is sponsored and managed by Shivalik Investment Fund Private Limited. Next, name the financial institution or regulatory body that has recently unveiled Prabhav, that is the CRISIL's Impact Assessment Report of the Fund of Funds for Startups. So, which financial institution or regulatory body has recently unveiled Prabhav, that is CRISIL's Impact Assessment Report of the Fund for Startups? Which is it? It is SIDBI, that is Small Industries and Development Bank of India. Correct? They have unveiled this CRISIL's report, that is an impact assessment report of fund startups, that is named Prabhav. Next, which organization or bank has recently signed $200 million loan agreement with the Department of Economic Affairs for the climate resilient Brahmaputra integrated flood and riverbank erosion risk management project in the state of Assam? So, which is that organization? It is Asian Development Bank, right? This is the organization that has signed $200 million loan agreement, and it is with the Department of Economic Affairs, and it is for the project that is Climate Resilient Brahmaputra Integrated Flood and Riverbank Erosion Risk Management Project, and it is for the state of Assam. Next, in which of the following countries India's UPI was launched in Feb 2024? So, India's UPI payment was launched in Sri Lanka. It was launched in Mauritius. So, right option is both 1 and 2. And it was also launched in Paris, France. We just saw before this question. Next, which bank has celebrated their 88th foundation day on 10th of Feb 2024? So, it is Indian Overseas Bank, IOB. They celebrated their 88th foundation day, and it was on 10th of Feb, right? And this celebration was in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, correct? And Indian Overseas Bank, they have launched various new products and services, correct, and announced the opening of the launch of 88 new branches across India. They also launched 3 new RuPay credit card, that is your IOB RuPay Classic, IOB RuPay Platinum, and IOB RuPay Select. Next, which mutual fund company has recently launched India's first multi-factor based exchange traded fund on Nifty Small Cap 250 Index? It is Mirai Asset Mutual Fund. Right? Mirai Asset Mutual Fund Company, they have launched India's first multi-factor based ETF on Nifty Small 250 Index. Right? Take a note of this. Next, name the company that has recently signed 588 crore rupees worth of agreement with the Damodar Valley Corporation to strengthen infrastructure and energy projects in the Damodar Valley region. It is REC Limited, that is Rural Electrification Corporation Limited. They signed the agreement worth 588 crore rupees. It was with DVC, that is Damodar Valley Corporation, that is a public sector enterprise that comes under the Ministry of Power, and it was to strengthen the infrastructure and energy projects in the Damodar Valley region, that is in West Bengal and Jharkhand. Next, name the bank that has recently launched a new saving account called Stellar Saving Account. So this Stellar Saving Account was launched by which bank? It is Federal Bank that has launched this Stellar Saving Account, and the account holders are offered with a powered backed eco-friendly Stellar debit card which is powered by contactless Mastercard technology. Next, which company's central bank has recently signed term of reference with RBI to integrate the fast payment systems of both the countries? It is Nepal. Right? So which country's central bank recently signed a term of reference with RBI to integrate the fast payment system of both the countries? It is Nepal. Right? And it is Nepal central bank is Nepal Rashtra Bank NRB, and RBI of India Reserve Bank of India, right? They signed this term of reference. Next, which company along with NPCI recently launched India's second UPI enabled corporate credit card on the RuPay network? So it is Bob Card Limited, right? They have launched along with NPCI India's second UPI enabled corporate credit card on the RuPay network. Next, name the insurance plan that has recently launched by LIC for children. So it is LIC Amrit Bal Plan 874. LIC Amrit Bal Plan 874. This is the name of the insurance plans launched by LIC, and it is for children. Next, and this plan is basically designed to meet the higher education and other financial needs of the children. Next, which bank has recently celebrated their 89th business commencement day on 8th of Feb 2024? It is Bank of Maharashtra, right? They celebrated their 89th business commencement day on 8th of Feb 2024. Correct? And Bank of Maharashtra, they celebrated this day as Mahaparivartan Divas 2.0 in Pune. That was in Pune, Maharashtra, and they have launched 89 new digital products and services. Next, which company has recently received in principle approval from IRDAI to upgrade their license to a composite insurance broker? It is which of the following? It is Policy Bazaar, right? Policy Bazaar recently received in principle approval from IRDAI to upgrade their license to a composite insurance broker. With this approval, Policy Bazaar is allowed to sell reinsurance products besides being a pure play platform focused on insurance buying. Next, which company has recently launched the Digital Nari platform to generate sustainable self-employment for women? It is Pay Nearby, right? Mumbai, Maharashtra based Nearby Technologies Private Limited, that is Pay Nearby, they launched the Digital Nari platform to generate sustainable self-employment for women. And this is in line with Lakpati Didi initiative, that is to make sure that the women earn 1 lakh rupees in rural and semi-urban areas by the end of 2025 every year. Next, name the bank that has recently signed an MOU with IREDA to promote renewable energy projects across India. Right? So, which is that bank? It is Punjab National Bank. Correct. They have signed an MOU with IREDA to promote renewable energy projects across India. Next, which company has recently received the payment aggregator license from RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India? It is which of the following? Which of the following it is? It is MS Swipe Technologies Private Limited, right? They have received the payment aggregator license from RBI. Next, which bank has recently signed an MOU with Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority to spread awareness on investment and fraudulent schemes? It is DBS Bank. Correct? Next, in Feb, India presented its annual contribution of how much amount to India, Brazil and South Africa Facility for Poverty and Hunger Alleviation, that is IBSA fund. So India presented their annual contribution of let me give you the option, 1 million. So India contributed $1 million to ISBA, that is, or IBSA, that is India, Brazil, South Africa Facility for Poverty and Hunger Alleviation. This fund be utilized, right, so that poverty and hunger towards these two issues work can be done. And this IBSA fund was established in 2004 and it became operational in 2006. Next, in Feb, Japan International Corporation Agency, that is JICA, signed an official development assistance loan of how much yen with India for 9 projects across sectors. So the amount here was 232.209 billion yen. Next, which of the following regulations have recently notified by the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority? So among these, National Pension System Trust, right, and second is National Pension Fund Amendment Regulations of 2023. Both of these regulations have recently notified by the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. Next, which state government has recently partnered with the World Bank to establish a blended finance facility for climate resilience? It is Goa, right? Goa state government partnered with World Bank to establish a blended finance facility for the climate resilience. Take a note of this. Next, which company has recently partnered with 5 Indian banks, that is IDBI Bank, Indian Bank, Axis Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank, Karur Vasai Bank to introduce India's first virtual ATM? So it is PayMart India. Correct? PayMart India partnered with 5 Indian banks and it is to introduce India's first virtual ATM. The transaction limit of this virtual ATM is minimum withdrawal is of 100 rupees and it can go up to 2000 rupees per transaction, and there is a cap of monthly cap of 10,000 rupees of transaction. Next, which bank or organization has recently approved the loan worth $23 million to India for India promoting research and innovation through development of FinTech Institute at GIFT City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat? It is Asian Development Bank, right? They have approved loan of $23 million to India for the India promoting research and innovation through development of FinTech Institute at GIFT City in Gujarat. And they have contributed, they will be signing their loan of $23 million. Next, in Feb, Reserve Bank of India amended the Master Direction on Prepared Payment Instrument PPI to permit authorized banks and non-bank PPI issuers to issue PPIs, that is prepaid payment instruments, for making payments across various public transport systems. This instruction by RBI is issued under the Section 18 read with Section 10 Part 2 of Payment and Settlement Act of 2007. So right option here becomes option 1. Next, which bank has recently collaborated with Central Economic Intelligence Bureau to launch an automated search portal for antecedent verification of potential borrowers? So right option here becomes option 4, State Bank of India. Right? Next, name the company that has recently signed an MOU with British International Investment and Samunati Financial Intermediation and Service Private Limited to finance up to 1500 smallholders dairy farmers in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. So right option here becomes option A, Akshaya Kalpa Farms and Foods. Right? Next is in Feb, RBI imposed penalties of over dash on SBI, Canara Bank and City Union Bank and Ocean Capital Market Limited for regulatory norms. So RBI, they imposed the penalties of over 3 crore rupees on SBI, Canara Bank, City Union Bank and Ocean Capital Markets Limited for violation on regulatory norms. Next, which bank has recently collaborated with Innovative Technologies to create Omnium and an advanced omnichannel payments platform? It is RBL Bank. Right? RBL Bank has collaborated with Innovative Technologies to create Omnium, an advanced omnichannel payments platform. This platform will utilize retailers' data and streamline the business process to facilitate faster growth and minimal effort. Next, which company has recently received the online payment aggregator license from RBI? It is Amazon Pay India Private Limited. Correct? Take a note of this. So friends, these are your important current affairs for banking and finance for Feb month. Now let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be very beneficial for your learning. Next, which state government has recently partnered with World Bank to establish a blended finance facility for climate resilience? It is Goa. Right? Goa has recently partnered with World Bank to establish a blended finance facility for climate resilient. This initiative aims to access and mobilize finance to implement low carbon and climate resilient investment in Goa and also work towards sustainable development goals. Next, tell me 13th edition of World Trade Organization Ministerial Conference was held where? It was held in Abu Dhabi. Then Bharat Tax 2024. This was held where? It was held in New Delhi, inaugurated by PM Modi. Next, which company has recently partnered with 5 Indian banks, that is IDBI Bank, Indian Bank, Axis Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank and Karur Vysya Bank to introduce India's first virtual ATM? Which is that? It is Paymart India. This partnered with 5 banks. Correct? And the transaction limit, if we talk about, the minimum withdrawal amount is 100 rupees and the maximum can be 2000 rupees per transaction. And there is a monthly cap of 10,000 rupees for virtual ATM withdrawals. Apart from this, tell me where was the India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair. India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair was established at where? It was established at IIM Shillong. Next, which bank or organization approved the loan of $23 million to India for India promoting research and innovation through development of Finance Institute at GIFT City? I repeat, which bank approved the loan of $23 million for the India promoting research and innovation through development of Fintech Institute at GIFT City? This will be Asian Development Bank, ADB, right? Asian Development Bank has approved this amount. So right option here becomes option 2. And the project here aims to construct a sustainable and climate resilient international fintech institute that will be in the GIFT City, and GIFT City is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Correct? Then next, tell me who launched Investor Information and Analytics Platform. Investors Information and Analytics Platform. This Investor Information and Analytics Platform was launched by Rajiv Chandrasekhar. Next, India Ratings and Research Private Limited lowered India's GDP growth forecast for fiscal year 25 to dash. So, according to them, India's fiscal year 25 will be in India in fiscal year 25 will be growing by 6.5%. This data was released by Indra, that is India Rating and Research, correct? And they have increased the India's GDP forecast for financial year 24. If we talk about, it has been increased to 6.9%. That was earlier 6.7%. It has been increased to 6.9%. But if we talk about the third quarter of fiscal year 24, India grew by 8.4%. Right? Next, tell me, recently SIDBI partnered with which state in order to develop startup ecosystem there? So this is Bihar. Take a note of this. SIDBI has partnered with Bihar in order to develop a startup ecosystem in the state of Bihar. In which state the 5th edition of India-Japan Joint Military Exercise Dharma Guardian was held in Feb? So 5th edition of Dharma Guardian exercise was held where? What is the name of the location or the state where this was held? The location is Rajasthan, and it was the 5th edition of Dharma Guardian exercise that was held between India and Japan. Right? Take a note of this. Apart from this, who has been appointed as the Deputy Secretary of Ministry of Steel? Nitin Jain. Nitin Jain has been appointed as the Deputy Secretary of Ministry of Steel. Next, in which city Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently inaugurated 2 institutes of the Ministry of Ayush, that is Central Research Institute of Yoga and Neuropathy and Nisarg Gram. So CRIYN and Nisarg Gram, these are the 2 institutes of the Ministry of Ayush that were launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And where were they launched? They were launched in Pune, Maharashtra. These 2 major hospitals and research institutes that are related to yoga and neuropathy, correct? Take a note of this, right? They are important and they are in Pune, Maharashtra. Just to make this more clear, remember friends, this Nisar Gram, this is in Pune, Maharashtra. But if I ask about this Central Research Institute of Yoga and Neuropathy, this, where this will be, this is in Jhajjar, Haryana. Right? So take a note of this, right? Nisar Gram is in Pune, Maharashtra, and this Central Research Institute of Yoga and Neuropathy, this is in Jhajjar, Haryana. Next, which country has recently collaborated with India under the Integrated Tiger Habitat Conservation Program for transboundary tiger conservation in Sundarbans? It is Bangladesh. I repeat, Bangladesh collaborated with India under India Tiger Habitat Conservation Program for transboundary tiger conservation in Sundarban area. Correct? Then if I ask you friends, tell me, recently India is planning to launch their own international space station by 2035. Next, Feliti Pentila Theo is said to be sworn in as the 14th Prime Minister of Dash country. So, she will be becoming the Prime Minister, that is the 14th Prime Minister of Tuvalu. Right? Tuvalu. Next, if I ask you, tell me, recently, there is a book, that is The Great Flap of 1942. This book was authored by whom? M. Padmanabhan, right? Padmanabhan. And this book, that is The Great Flap of 1942, authored by M. Padmanabhan. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Vigilance Commissioner in the CVC, that is Central Vigilance Commission. So, Aretu S. Rajiv has been appointed as the Vigilance Commissioner in the Central Vigilance Commission. Correct? Next, how many medals were won by India at the Badminton World Federation Para Badminton World Championship 2024? So, a total of 18 medals were won, 3 gold, 4 silver and 11 bronze. They were won during the Badminton World Federation's Para Badminton World Championship. Where was this held? The location is also important. This was held in Thailand, Pattaya, Thailand, right? And this was the 14th edition of the biannual event organized by BWF. Next, RBI announced that the interest equalization scheme for pre and post shipment rupee export credit was extended by the Government of India till 30th of June 2024 with an additional allocation of 2500 crore rupees. Then apart from this, remember, Amazon Pay recently got the payment aggregator license from RBI. Then Jana Small Finance Bank, they partnered with which organization for digital banking services? It is Dwara Money. Dwara Money partnered, or Jana Finance Bank partnered with Dwara Money for digital banking services. Next, which country's Coast Guard Navy Force have recently conducted the 16th edition of the biennial trilateral Coast Guard exercise, that is Dosti 16. So this Dosti 16, this exercise was conducted between the Coast Guard of which two countries or which three countries, because it is a trilateral exercise, right? So Indian Coast Guard, Sri Lankan Coast Guard and Maldives National Defence Force, all these three countries and their Coast Guard together conducted this exercise. What is the location where this exercise was held? It was held in Maldives, right? Next, in Feb, CCI approved the acquisition of up to -% of equity share capital of Precol Limited by Minda Corporation Limited. So, CCI approved the acquisition of up to 8.79% stake, and who will be acquiring? It will be acquired by Minda Corporation Limited, and who will be acquired? Precol Limited will be acquired by Minda Corporation Limited. 8.79% will be acquired here. Then apart from this, tell me who has been appointed as the Director of Skill Development Ministry. Tatung Padi has been appointed as the Director of Skill Development Ministry. Next, Manohar Joshi, a former Chief Minister of State and former Lok Sabha Speaker, passed away. So Manohar Joshi, he was the former Chief Minister of Maharashtra and former Speaker of Lok Sabha who recently passed away at the age of 86 in Mumbai, Maharashtra. He served as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra from 1995 till 1999 and he was the first leader from the undivided Shiv Sena party to occupy the Chief Minister post in Maharashtra. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Administrative Officer of World Bank Group. I repeat, who has been recently appointed as MD and Chief Administrative Officer of World Bank Group? Wenchai Zhang. Right? Apart from this, remember, Wenchai Zhang was served as the Vice President of Exim Bank of China previously. Not just this, if I ask you world's largest grain storage scheme, world's largest grain storage scheme. This was launched by whom? It was launched by PM Modi and the world's largest grain storage scheme is of India. Right? Then recently how many astronauts will be going to the moon or will be going on the Gaganyaan mission? So 4 astronauts will be going on the Gaganyaan mission. Remember this also. Next, name the company that has recently launched Pratham, world's first user-friendly video analytics platform. Pratham, that is the world's first user-friendly video analytics platform. This was launched by whom? Assert Secure Tech Private Limited. This unique user-friendly platform is patented for their innovative approach to use artificial intelligence, and here Pratham will enable the users to analyze and utilize video data effectively. Then Pratham can translate in Hindi also. Right? Then next thing, if I ask you, tell me recently India's second spaceport is in which state, and it was inaugurated by PM Modi recently. So ISRO's second spaceport is in Tamil Nadu. Next, Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, that is your SpaceX, they launched a dash country satellite Mera Puti 2. Mera Puti 2. This was launched using Falcon 9 rocket of SpaceX. Question asked here is that this Mera Puti 2, this is the satellite of which country? It is an Indonesian satellite, right? And it was launched using Falcon 9 rocket, and this was the 300th successful flight of Falcon 9 rocket. Then which state has recently launched a universal life insurance scheme? A universal life insurance scheme. This was launched by which state? It was launched by Nagaland. Nagaland has launched universal life insurance scheme. Next, who has recently won the inaugural freestyle chess GOAT challenge by defeating Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana? Magnus Carlsen. He is the world's #1 chess player and he has won the freestyle chess GOAT challenge by defeating Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana. Correct? Next, remember Jeffries, right? They have released a report that stated that India will become the 3rd largest economy in the world by 2027. Next, Paytm shifted their nodal account to Dash Bank from Paytm Payments Bank. So, Paytm, they shifted their nodal account to Axis Bank from the Paytm Payments Bank. Right? Next, tell me recently Vantara. Vantara, what is it? It is a animal welfare initiative that is in Jamnagar. Jamnagar is in Gujarat, and Vantara was set up by Reliance Foundation. Right? Next thing, remember, if I ask you which country was removed from the grey list? Grey list. Grey list is the list that is of FATF, Financial Action Task Force, and this list basically is of the countries who do terror financing. So UAE was put on the list last year, and now UAE has been removed from the grey list. Next, which company has recently honored with the Innovative Technologies Development Award at the Building India 2047 Technology for Better Tomorrow? and this was at the IIT Madras Corporate Social Responsibility Summit. So it is REC Limited, right? They have been honored with Innovative Technology Development Award. This was during the Building India 2047, the event that was held at IIT Madras Corporate Social Responsibility Summit, right? Then tell me, where was the world's third largest mosque? Third largest mosque inaugurated, or it is in Algeria. Third largest mosque, world's third largest mosque. Next, which of the transformative portals was not launched by Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur to modernize India's media industry at New Delhi in Feb 2024? Tell me, which of the following portals were not launched here? So all these portals were launched except CPGRMAS portal, right? All these portals were launched, correct? And it was launched by Anurag Singh Thakur to modernize India's media and industry at New Delhi in Feb month they were launched. Then Zurich Insurance, they will be acquiring how much percent stake in Kotak General? So Zurich Insurance, they will be acquiring 70% stake in Kotak General. Next, which of the following companies have recently signed an MOU facilitated by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to launch IMPEL AI program to empower Indian AI startups? Which is it? So remember, Microsoft and iCreate. These are the two organizations, two companies, they signed an MOU to facilitate MEITY to launch IMPEL AI program that will empower the Indian AI startups. Even remember, Government of India has said that in order to start an AI company, they need to first take permission from the government in order to set up all their infrastructure. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. Also students, you can use code Vikas10, that will give you extra 10% discount on the courses that you will purchase.